Welcome to Unlicensed Opinion, where I, Jack, a girl with zero credentials, gives advice. You bring the chaos, I bring the opinions, and together we pretend it's healthy coping. Hello!
Hi, guys.
Today I have with me my friend Audrey.
Hi, everyone.
Audrey, can you give the people a quick little background on who you are?
Absolutely. My name is Audrey. I'm here with my friend Jacqueline. I'm from Michigan, born and raised. I'm 24, and I'm very happy to be here.
Sweet. So today I picked out a few stories that are things that you haven't necessarily gone through, but they're things that I think that you could relate to and put yourself in those person's shoes.
Nice.
Just a reminder, all the names and ages, everything has been like masked. It's all anonymous. So any names we use have been changed. So the stories that I have for you today are Travel Companion from Hell. The second one is Long Distance Boyfriend Avoids Emotional Conversation.
Mm-hmm.
The third one is My Roommate's Boyfriend Acts Like He Lives Here. And our extra little stories at the end, I have like a fourth story that you'll get to choose from, and I'll read you the names when we get there.
Okay.
All right, let's get started.
So juicy.
Okay, once again, our first story is called Travel Companion from Hell. I'm currently traveling through Europe with someone I thought was a good friend, but after a lot of inconsiderate behavior, I'm starting to rethink the friendship. I'm 26, she's 25, and we've been friends for a little over a year. Our trip has been 8 days in Paris, 2 in Amsterdam, and now 4 in Lisbon before we meet up with another friend. Here are some things that have happened. She spent most of our time in Paris, comparing everything to Chicago and putting Paris down, which got annoying fast. She also refused to use her own data at first and expected to rely on mine until I set a boundary because my battery was draining. Fair enough. She kept changing our plans last minute because of tutoring sessions she said she'd schedule ahead of time. Instead, she's been doing them whenever she wants, even barging into our room at 9 p.m. while I was sick and asleep, then tutoring until 1 a.m. She constantly lectures me about being too friendly and wanting to stay safe, yet she's the one entertaining creepy or drunk men so she can get free drinks or convince them to be vegan. When I say I'm uncomfortable, she gets irritated. She's also incredibly rigid. She refuses to plan, but then gets upset when things don't go exactly her way. She wakes me up early, nitpicks how long I take getting ready, and makes me feel guilty for things she wouldn't even discuss the night before. When I suggested she grab breakfast alone after she got upset at me, she freaked out. She keeps using my stuff without asking, drinking all my water, taking my jacket, finishing drinks I bought for both of us, yet never goes out to get anything herself. And she makes snide comments about being sensitive, acts passive-aggressive, and even got mad at me for sitting between her and someone she liked. On top of all that, she snores loudly, kicks me in her sleep, hogs the blankets, and wakes up early regardless of how late she kept me up tutoring the night before. I've been sick, exhausted, and honestly just really frustrated. I'm starting to feel like her behavior goes way beyond normal travel stress or personality differences. Am I overreacting, and how should I handle the rest of this trip with her?
Wow.
T.
That was a lot to unpack. And my first thoughts would definitely be this girl has some potential soul searching to do if that's the route we're going to go. But other than that, very inconsiderate, I would say, right off the bat. I didn't like what I heard. It doesn't sound too hot, especially being that far away from home.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Europe.
Very, very tricky situation.
So it says that they're now in Lisbon for 4 days before they meet up with another friend. So what I would do is I would honestly kind of just suck it up to try to avoid any additional drama. Like I've been on some trips where like people, it's like their way or the highway, or like I'm like type A. Like I like a plan, and like sometimes I probably haven't reacted great to things.
Yeah.
But it's also like there's 2 people on the trip, and like she should be considering this other girl more. So if it were me, I'd kind of just like suck it up, I think, because it sounds like there's only a few more days left, and I would just hope that when the other friend gets there that you have like a person. Like you could be like, okay, we're in this together, like,
Right.
and even if nothing gets resolved, then like
Yeah.
you guys can like talk about it and be like, it's not just me, right?
That third
You know?
person would be the mediator for sure, but
Right.
you never know how much you need that until it happens in those situations for sure. But the lack of consideration, I'm not loving it. I'm not loving the drinks being consumed. I'm not loving the stuff being taken. It doesn't sound like there's thank yous. It sounds like
I would definitely stop buying drinks for her.
Yeah.
Only buy them for yourself.
Yeah, definitely. The water too. I know in certain places water is like kind of, I don't know, I could be wrong, but just be more considerate.
Yeah, I wouldn't be buying her drinks, and I would just suck it up until that other friend gets there in hopes that like.
Also, are we asking for the jacket, or is the jacket just being snatched up? Like, what's?
Yeah.
I'm just big. I'm very type B, but type A in a sense where it's like, why not just ask? Why not just say thank
hard.
you? It's truly
it's so easy.
the bare minimum.
Yeah.
So if we're not getting the bare minimum, and we're already on this trip and it's miserable, like, yeah, I probably would also, I would wait those 4 days and hope for help from the other girl that's coming or that we're gonna see. So
yeah, I don't think I would say anything. Would you say anything now or just wait for that third person?
I know myself, and I know that I would also just do what I had to do until we got some relief.
Yeah, I would just suck it up for now to like keep the peace.
Keep the peace.
And then when that third girl gets there, if she's having the same issues, then I think it's
validate
like, valid to, like,
with her.
Bring it up.
But at the same time, the other half of myself wants to say that there's potential for a crash out. There's potential for me losing it because lately I've been letting my feelings come out when they need to. And I think that's a really good thing to do. And I think for people that are a little bit more type B like myself, if you are feeling something and you're suppressing it, if there's a moment where you can respectfully let it out, it sounds like this would be a good time to do it. Even though being that far away from home is vulnerable, you have to stay true to yourself and you have to crash out. Just crash out. Just do it. That's all.
So your advice is crash out.
My advice, I think I'm leaning more towards the crash out. Like if there's a thing where we're going to stay silent or we're going to lose our mind and this girl is really just giving it to us, this trip, 4 days is kind of long. I think I might go down the path of crashing out. And then if she wants to crash out back at me, we're crashing out together. And then after that, like, I don't know what would happen after that.
Then you have the mediator that comes in.
Then the mediator gets thrown into the crash out, and then she has to deal with it. No, I'm just kidding. Right. Hopefully you guys could resolve the crash out within those 4 days. That's a long time. Usually mine's like a day, not even like to solve it usually. But yeah, I mean, there's 2 routes here.
Okay, so you're saying crash out. I'm saying if it were me, I would. I mean, I've been on trips where I haven't liked what people do.
Right.
And I just try to get through it.
Yeah.
And the fact that like you're going to have a third person coming, I think is like kind of a savior. So I would just like deal with it, complain to my mom via text. Text. Or like my best friend.
On your own data that you're paying for.
On your own data. Don't let her use yours anymore.
Oh my
I think that's so valid. Don't let her use yours.
That is so real.
I would wait for the third person.
Okay,
and you would crash out.
Yeah, but it's funny I'm saying that because usually I always have done this. I've been in the same spot where I have those 2 options and I've always gone the calm route. And I think
now you're switching it up.
I'm just getting older and I'm getting fed up with it.
That's a pretty good reason. Sounds like she is too.
No one's expecting it out of me ever. I'm very quiet. I'm very submissive, and that's just how I came out of the womb, and that's how I am. And like now that I'm getting older, I'm only 24, but you start to put up with less stuff. And this is something where if I've already put my money and my time into getting into Europe with these people and you're being a party pooper, why not just lose your mind? I'm losing my mind.
I don't know if I'm losing my mind.
Yeah.
Okay, your team lose your mind. I'm team wait it out, and hopefully the third person either brings it up or is like the person that you guys can like confide in each other.
Right. And then what is, I was gonna say like what you crash out, it's fine. Then the third person comes in. Imagine the person that is causing the issues to begin with wants to bring it up with this person that comes in. What do you do then? That's another thing. I've seen that happen too. Like,
so now the other person's on their
side?
Like
you've crashed out, say this is the route, you've crashed out, you've solved it, and then this person comes in, and then the person that's a problem to begin with wants to confide with the new person and try to make you look bad. Then what?
Okay, I've had friends that go to Europe though, and like they've been with a group of friends and not even because they're mad, but because they want to, they will literally go and like do a day on their own. Yeah. And I think if it comes down to that point, then at that point you'll be like, oh, hey, like let them say what they want to do that day and then be like, oh, I actually found some other stuff. Like I'll probably just go out on my own. Like, kind of need some time to myself.
Good idea.
And then, that's what I would do.
That's a good idea. That's definitely the more stable route to go. I think I'll stick with that as well. Go for a walk, eat some ice cream, gelato, wherever we are.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been to Europe, so I don't know what the vibes are. But
Me neither. I'm like,
actually, that's a lie. I have been to London, but that's it. I can't say I'm well versed, but I've had moments while I was in London situationally where I look back at it and I should have lost my mind and I didn't.
okay, so crash out,
Stand up.
and I'm waited out and hope the third person's
Yes.
on your side.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, difference of opinion, but you got two opinions there.
Two opinions.
So let us know what you decide.
Choose
doing.
your fighter.
Or just ignore us completely. Yeah, choose your fighter.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. And good luck. Enjoy the rest of your trip. Hopefully she doesn't ruin any more of it.
Hopefully she stops drinking your water because hydration is important. I've been in so many situations where like, it's, can I have a sip? First of all, they're not even asking me for a sip. Second of all, they're taking the water and they are drinking over half of it. What is going on?
Yeah, it's like the lack of like awareness.
I swear. But also my pushover tendencies make this person think that they can chug my Aquafina while we're in Europe, and I'm not doing that anymore.
And Aquafina's like elite. So.
And we're not doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, good luck. Your team crash out, I'm team wait for the other person to come.
Yes.
All right. Good luck. Okay, our second story is called Long Distance Boyfriend Avoids Emotional Conversations.
Lovely.
I'm a 25-year-old woman, and I've been in a long-distance relationship with my boyfriend, 28 male, for about 2 years now. We've only met in person a few times, for a week each visit, but we've kept things going despite the huge 7-hour time difference. We still make an effort to talk every day, or at least every other day, and for the most part, our connection feels steady. I'm naturally someone who experiences emotions intensely. When I'm overwhelmed or having a difficult day, it feels important to share with that person that I'm dating. Not because I expect them to magically fix it, but because I want to feel understood and supported. The problem is that every time I try to open up, he seems to retreat. He'll ask me what's wrong, but when I actually tell him, the conversation immediately goes flat. If I mention that I've been crying or feeling low, he'll either respond with one-word answers like, "oh," or "sorry," or he'll suddenly shift the conversation to something completely unrelated, like a video game he's playing or a meme he saw.
Mm-hmm.
There have been moments where I've tried to gently dig deeper and say something like, "I'm feeling a bit alone today," and he'll brush it off with a joke or tell me he's too tired to talk about heavy stuff. Once, when I was stressed about work, he literally said, "Yeah, that sucks," and then started talking about what he wanted to order for dinner. Another time, I tried to explain that I was anxious about a family situation, and he responded with a voice message about how he doesn't want to deal with emotional drama right before signing off for the night. Most recently, he flat out told me that while he respects my emotions are real, he doesn't want negative energy in his life. He said he prefers our relationship to feel light, easy, and carefree, which sounded nice at first, but kind of landed like a slap when I realized he was basically saying there's no room for anything real or complicated. I understand nobody wants to be overwhelmed with constant stress or tears. I get that, but I'm not asking him to be my therapist. I just want to talk about my life openly and to feel comforted by my partner occasionally. Instead, I ended up leaving these conversations feeling like I'm a burden, like my emotions make me too much for him. So now I'm stuck wondering, should I accept that he's simply not someone I can turn to for emotional support and look for that form in friends or family instead? Should I try to clearly spell out what I need, not solutions, just presence, and see if he's willing to meet me partway? Or is this one of those core incompatibilities that doesn't usually change, no matter how much you communicate? If anyone has been in a similar situation, did your partner ever grow into being more emotionally available, or was it something they were never able or willing to step into? Run. I'm sorry.
I was literally going to say the exact same thing.
You cannot wait for a person to, okay, I kind of hate the saying, if they wanted to, they would, but like, honestly, it's true. If they wanted to, they would. Mm-hmm. Like, if he's already, like, you just had, it could be a very minor inconvenience, like, oh my God, like, my manager at work today, like, said a comment that kind of bothered me. Like, if I complain about work to someone, like, I want them to be like, oh, yeah, that's annoying. Like, just, like, acknowledge it. He just, like, cuts it off completely.
Oh.
Run. He's not going to change.
We almost said run at the same time because I was going to say the same thing. Long distance is already such a hard thing to do. And this 7-hour gap is bonkers to me.
Yeah.
If this man, you already don't have that physical reassurance, you can't see each other, you can WhatsApp at this point, FaceTime. If he cannot support you in any way, it sounds like, even with something as minor as I feel alone, it is not going to work. Unless he's willing to.
I don't even think that's a personality trait at that point.
True.
Like,
he's 27.
It's one thing to be like, what is
he
20,
like
28 man.
Frontal lobe is
you're
formed.
developed.
You're formed.
He's fully aware of what he's doing, what
Off
he's saying.
the insurance.
That's just who he is.
Yeah.
He's gonna find probably a woman in the future that is just perfect for him.
Yeah.
Or is fine with suppressing her emotions. But if you already feel like, if you're not willing to find that in your friends and family, I know she asked, like, should I look for this in different relationships? If you're willing to do that and you want, not willing, if you want to do that, go for it. Mm-hmm. But you should be able to have a conversation with your partner and have them at least react, not even just shut it down. Like, it kind of just makes me feel like he doesn't care about listening to any single thing she says.
He's quite literally showing this woman that he doesn't care, because if I'm telling you something that's not even that serious, as far as, like I said, like, I'm like having a bad day, I feel alone, and he's gonna say, oh, and then tune into Fortnite because he said he's playing video games. You are canceled. You're done. Yeah, I've done
long distance, and with the time change, had 5-6 hour time difference, and like, that was hard. Like, it takes a lot of energy to like put in that extra effort, and if you're not gonna put in that extra effort, it's not gonna work. And he's not putting in any effort.
It doesn't.
From what
Literally
I could tell.
none.
So I mean, I don't think you can ask a person to change. Like, if that, like you said, he's 28. Like, this is the way he is. Like, it's too late. It's not worth your time. You deserve someone that like wants to listen to you and talk to you. And
sidebar, like,
then leave. It doesn't sound like she would be losing out on much.
No, and it's giving that she knows she'll be okay kind of either way, because she already is weighing like 3 really valid options. She doesn't necessarily have to run, but at the same time, let's please clock the fact that this is bare minimum. This is bare minimum.
I think it's below.
And the bar is in HE double hockey sticks, because I will not swear right now, but the bar is low in this situation. Like, I could not fathom. I've also done long distance.
He also said that he prefers our relationship to feel light, easy, and carefree.
Right.
Long distance is not light, easy, and carefree. So I'm sorry, that's not the relationship for him, and it doesn't sound like it's the relationship for you.
Exactly. It's so if you're going to agree, they both agreed to do long distance because they're in it. And
she also said she ends up feeling like a burden. Like, that is not okay.
No.
Like, that's like manipulation, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
he's truly making her feel like she is a burden. That's crazy.
Yeah, I would leave. I would not put up with that. I think you deserve at least like a conversation about your feelings.
Right.
And he's not willing to do that, clearly.
It
sounds like his mind is set.
So I also want to chime in and say, like, there's reasons that people stay in relationships for various situational things. Something detrimental does not have to occur for you to end a relationship, especially one that is long distance. So I want to put that out there, because some people might be sitting here thinking like, well, it's just something about like her emotions. Like, so that's not a big deal. Like, that is, though. It is a big deal for her. I'm sure it's a big deal for most people that are going to listen to this.
Just because it's not a big deal to some other people doesn't mean it's downplayed for you.
He can't give her a hug when she's feeling, maybe he's good with physical stuff, who knows, we don't know, but that's not the situation. We are long distance. You need to put in more effort. He is not putting in any effort, and I don't like the way that this sounds.
I would leave. I'm sorry, I don't think he would change.
Yes, I would. I've always been give more chances to people in my life.
It sounds like she has, though, and this
sounds like she has. So then it's
times.
Between her and what she values, and if she's going to put up with that. And because I'm sure we've all stayed in a relationship that we shouldn't have for longer than we did, and it wasn't long distance. Imagine the factor of, I can't go see him and physically make myself feel better with a hug or a kiss. Like, you can't do that. It's way harder.
Yeah.
This girl probably is getting so many wrinkles for no reason over this 28-year-old man who's ripe and should be able to be emotionally available, in my opinion. Maybe he was raised in a way that he's not emotionally available, but don't be in a long distance relationship if you are not willing to help.
Yeah. My takeaway is
Yeah.
I just don't think like it sounds like this has been a conversation before.
Mm-hmm.
So how many more conversations are you gonna have?
Right.
To realize it's not gonna happen, and also like you're like not that he's a waste of time, but like you're taking away time of the time and energy that you could be putting into someone else that cares way more about you.
True.
You know what I mean?
True. I know personally I would definitely just give it my all until I literally could not anymore. Like if this man's not going to work with me at all, if I'm like this woman, obviously.
I would honestly bring it up one more time.
Yeah.
And then be like, this is what I need from you. And if you're not going to give me that, I hope you respect me enough to tell me that you cannot give me that.
Yeah.
And then from there, if he doesn't, next time you have a conversation, if he retreats or like deflects, then I would be like, okay, I'm sorry, but this is not gonna work. Truly. I would not like put up with it.
And then like you who knows, you could say this isn't gonna work. He's gonna be like, okay, same short dry response, and he's gonna log into like Minecraft on his iPad, like in video game, like he's doing already. So it's like, oh my goodness. I mean, I think sometimes humans maybe, or women or men, whoever, all people can subconsciously like set these ultimatums in our brains to give the person the benefit of the doubt. Like, okay, I'll give them like 1-2 more times, but if it's not done by this time, like I have to respect myself and I have to let go. And that's not a bad thing, I don't think. But this woman, I feel for, I know you do too. I feel for this woman bad. Like,
Loki, I get it.
And I heard this, I'm on TikTok way too much. And I've seen this before. There's a term called date 'em till you hate 'em. Bizarre, by the way, but also like this is it's giving like
it's giving that,
because what else is she gonna do? Like, man,
yeah, there's really nothing else that
pray for her
other than the only thing she could do is like ask one last time or set a standard, and if he doesn't
set a
follow
standard,
it, then, like, but
who knows? Maybe this man one day like has an epiphany and is like, oh my god, I could probably say something more than oh when my girlfriend is like not doing well. That would be nice.
My takeaway. My like final piece of advice would say I would bring it up one more time and be like, this is what I need from you,
right? And
the next time that you're in that situation, if he is not giving that to you even after you've had like a really serious conversation about it, then that's your answer.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see what his reaction would be after in this situation, but I totally agree with you because we have to put ourselves first.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, let us know. Good luck. I'm so sorry.
Let us know.
You can talk to us about your feelings.
Yeah, you know what? Come find us on Instagram. We'll DM you because it's tough.
Right. Good luck, sister.
Yeah, good luck. Seriously.
The name of our third story is My Roommate's Boyfriend Acts Like He Lives Here. I'm 24, female, and I live with a roommate who's 23, female. She got a new boyfriend about 2 months ago, and things between them escalated fast. At first, he was literally at our apartment every single day, 7 days a week. I finally told her that they needed to spend time at his place too because it was becoming overwhelming. She agreed, but in reality, it only shifted things a tiny bit. Now he stays at his place maybe 1 day a week. The other 5 to 6 days, he's camped out at ours like he officially lives here. Because of that, I basically lost any sense of privacy in my own home. I don't feel like I have ownership over my space anymore. And the biggest issue is that we just share one bathroom, which makes everything 100 times more frustrating. He has continued to shower in the morning during my designated time, even though I've clearly told both of them that I need the bathroom between 7:45 and 8 a.m. for work. He still does it, multiple times a week. He's shaved in the sink and left hair everywhere, so I walk into a mess that I didn't make. He uses the bathroom in normal ways, which would be fine on its own, but added on top of everything else, it's just extra wear and tear that I didn't agree to. And whenever they both have a day off, I already know I won't have a single moment of peace. If their schedules line up, he stays here around the clock, like arriving Sunday at 6 p.m. and not leaving until Tuesday early afternoon. My days off are Sunday and Monday, so I get absolutely no time alone and essentially lose access to the shared spaces I pay rent for. Today was a perfect example. They took over the living room literally all day, from morning until night. They were sprawled out on the couch watching shows, cuddling, scrolling on their phones, just glued together in the exact same spot. I kept leaving the apartment because I didn't want to sit awkwardly in silence around them. I went grocery shopping, then for a long walk, then out to dinner. Every single time that I came home at different hours, they were still there in the exact same position. By 9 p.m., I'd finally had enough. So I asked if they could move to her bedroom so I could at least watch TV in my own living room. It felt so awkward. I pay half the rent, yet I'm the one asking permission to use my own furniture. The thing is, I don't even dislike her boyfriend. He's not a bad person. I'm genuinely happy for them. But every time I bring up a concern, my roommate gets incredibly passive aggressive. She'll act offended, ignore the actual issue, and then nothing changes. For example, after addressing the bathroom problem, instead of him adjusting, he started making snarky comments like, "Hey, roommate, am I allowed to pee? Or do I need to schedule an appointment?" In such an immature way of deflecting responsibility and making me feel like the unreasonable one. I truly don't want to start a war, but they're basically conjoined at the hip, and their constant togetherness has completely hijacked my living space. I feel like an intruder in my own home, and I'm tired of tiptoeing around them like I'm the one imposing. I'd really appreciate advice, any kind. Mature solutions, petty solutions, whatever. I just want to be able to enjoy my apartment again without feeling like a villain for wanting basic personal space. This sounds like a nightmare.
Wow. Okay, so first of all, what my first thought is, this man can take his hand. This man can put his hand into his pocket, pull out his wallet out of his pocket, and hand over, what is that? I'm bad at math. A third of the rent at that point? Because there's
Yeah.
3 of them at this point.
Yeah.
You're going to give us a third of the rent because that is insane.
So, okay, she did say she likes him and she likes the roommate. I feel like, don't get me wrong, I've had some bad roommate experiences. I've had some rough ones. I've had some bad roommate boyfriend ones, right?
Yeah.
Like, because she's saying she likes the both of them and
Yeah.
that they're like good people, I would genuinely, one of the days when they're in the living room cuddling, I would go in, sit there, pause the TV, and be like, okay, I really want to talk to you guys about something because I really appreciate the friendship that I have with both of you. And
Right.
it's starting, like, I'm starting to feel like I'm losing you guys. And, like, I want
Yeah.
to talk to you about this.
That's a good idea.
And then I would be like, I love you. And I don't, like, to the boyfriend, I would literally be like, I don't, like, dislike when you're here. But sometimes it's so often that I can't help but think, why aren't you contributing to rent? Or, like, there's just days where I need personal space. This is not me, like, saying I dislike you. It's just, like, sometimes I need personal space. And right now, there's times where, like, I feel like I'm the person that's imposing on you guys, which is
Right.
really unfair because, like, this is my home. Like,
Yeah.
I pay to live here.
Yeah.
And because you're here all the time, like, now we're spending more money on utilities. Like, could you either contribute that way or could you hang out in her room and watch TV?
No,
Like-
because that water bill's
kind
going
of,
up if he's showering.
Separate yourselves a little bit. Like, I would honestly bring it up really nice and be like, I really value you guys, which is why I'm talking to you about it. This is not meant to come off, like, in a rude, mean way, and I really, really hope that you guys don't take it that way.
Yeah.
But if I continue to feel like this, I feel like it can lead to, like, a poor, like, end to our friendship.
Definitely.
And, like, I don't want that.
That's 2 friendships ending.
Yeah.
Maybe I just woke up angry today because my initial response was he can contribute, but at the same time, I
think
think
he should contribute.
I think
But I think she should go about it nice.
contribute even in a way like, why am I looking at your facial hair in the sink?
Oh my gosh. And I would bring that up in the
Clean it.
conversation. Like,
Yeah,
I would literally be like, I would bring that up and, like,
they just started
you're more
dating
than
too.
welcome.
It sounds like
said-
it's kind of fresh, and
Yeah,
he's
she
just up in their
said,
space at the
she
moment.
got a new boyfriend about 2 months ago.
Okay, still fresh. That's
Still
very fresh.
so
Like,
they're in the
you-
honeymoon phase. No wonder they're together. every
Okay,
day.
get it. I get it. Also, like, they need to look in and realize that, yes, that's fun and that's cool. This girl, though, like, maybe I'm reaching here, should want, like, her own roommate time as well. Like, wouldn't you want to
Right, yeah.
debrief this relationship with
Some
your
of my
roommate?
best friends were my roommates.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you
And
know,
that's very fortunate that you got to have that. And it's a really beautiful thing to have. And so if they are as close as she says she is, this man can go home. This man probably needs to use his own shower or do whatever in his own space. Those 2 can debrief.
I will say though too that, like, I've been in situations where, like, the man stays at the apartment for multiple days.
Yeah.
And, like, but I've had the opposite where a different person that I lived with
Yeah.
had her boyfriend stay multiple days, and he would be like, I'm going to pick up Starbucks. Yeah, anyone want anything?
Cute.
And he would like even just that was like, oh my God. Like, compared to
Yeah.
people that, like, didn't want anything to do with us, wouldn't talk
Yeah.
to us, wouldn't
That's
contribute.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that he could kind of either, like, change his habits a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
I would sit down with him and I would be like, I'm only bringing this up because I care and because like I want to enjoy my time here. I want to make
Yeah.
memories with both of you guys.
Yeah.
Like I would bring it up, and like I'm bringing this up not because I'm mad, but if I don't,
Yeah.
then I will really struggle the rest of the year.
And the resentment will build too, because
Yeah.
that living room, like considering the size of this space, whether you have a big space or not, if they're all like attached at the hip all the time and you guys are all genuinely close, like separately and together, I would be sad in a sense where it's like, why can't we all just hang out together at that point? Because, like,
Right.
why are you all up on the couch as well? Like, I personally am not sitting in my room all day, every day. I will lose my
Oh my
mind.
gosh, yeah.
And it's cold outside now. We're going to factor in weather. And you don't want to go take a walk all the time. You want to sit on the couch and watch Gossip Girl for like the 30th time.
Right.
But you got this couple on the couch now. Maybe watch it together if that's even possible, you know?
Yeah, if she
Something
even
like
wants to do that, it kind of just sounds like she just wants him gone a few days. Like,
Yeah.
even if it's just, hey, like the days that I'm off, can you guys go over there? Like,
Not
that
even a
would
big
be,
ask.
Like, yeah, not a big ask. At all.
No. And if he's going to react negatively to that,
Yeah, what
then
happens
that's a
if they react
different. What happens if it, because that's something you need to consider too. Then you go find his wallet and then you show him it and be like, all right, it's time.
Then you take a picture of the credit card.
Swear to God, because you're
and-
going in on this rent.
Yeah. I don't know what I would do if they reacted poorly. If they
Yeah.
reacted poorly, I would.
Embarrassing, first of all.
I would actually be like, I wouldn't threaten this at first, but if it was still going very poorly, I would be
Yeah.
like, I'm going to go talk to the leasing office.
Truly.
And I'm either going to let them know that there's a third person staying here.
You're squatting, babe.
Or, yeah, you're squatting. Or I'm going to tell them that I'm breaking my lease early. And,
Truly.
And
No.
he can pay now my half.
Oh my God, that's actually a really good idea. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, because you want to be there so bad. You love that couch and watching Stranger
Yeah,
Things 5 on
that's
that
what I would
couch.
do. I would first bring it up nice, and if it went poorly,
Yeah, go from there.
then I would
Okay, I love that.
do the leasing office.
I chose violence first, but maybe
Yeah.
listen to Jacqueline because she's more level-headed today.
Yeah, someone did wake up angry.
than me. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
okay, it
In
happens.
Troy, Michigan.
Troy, Michigan, man.
Anyway.
All right, that's what I would say.
Yeah, I think we
Anything
got
else?
some good options there, so choose wisely.
Yeah, good luck.
Prayers
Roommate
for her. This
situations
is
can
honestly
go-
an enraging situation.
Oh my god,
like,
I'd be so mad.
small
Especially
space.
like all the like roommate situations that I've dealt with.
Yeah.
I've lived with minimum 4 girls at a time.
Yeah.
So it's like if one person's the problem, it's like, whew, I got like 3 others that
To
like
back
I can
me up.
like, or
Yeah.
like even if it was 2 and 2, like I would have someone to like talk to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's tough being like a 1 and 1.
It is, and then in
But-
my brain, I'm like, why would a man be there?
Yeah.
Like, because
Not
you guys
his
have heard
face.
that saying, like, why would a man be there?
For real.
This is
Yeah.
like
And
girls
teach
only.
him- teach him how to shape. You know
Yeah,
what? For
ew.
Christmas, do a gag gift. Have you ever seen that little like sponge thing that cleans up shaved
Hair? Amazing.
Yeah, get him a gag gift to be like.
No,
oh,
because
this
since he
is
wants
so
to
that-
joke around, like, oh, do I need an appointment for the bathroom? Get him a
Yeah.
gag gift.
Oh my god, that
Hey,
would
is
be
this funny
iconic.
to you? Like,
Yeah, because it's not to me, but here you go. But anyway,
Ew.
good luck.
Yeah, good luck, seriously.
Okay, so for our final story, I'm gonna give you the choice between 2 stories. The first story is called "How a Pitbull Song Ruined My Academic Career," or "Is My Roommate Falling for Me?"
Oh, let's go with number 2 because I want more
Is my roommate
context.
falling for me?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. All right, this story is called "Is My Roommate Falling for Me?" All right, here's the situation. I, male, 24, have got a roommate that I've always gotten along really well with. We've been close ever since she moved in. The kind of friendship where we tell each other stupid stories from work, share snacks, vent about life, all that normal roommate stuff. Just friend stuff. I've never viewed her romantically, never flirted, never hinted at anything. She's always just been my friend. Then one night, things took an unexpected turn. She mentioned her hand was hurting and asked if I can give her a quick massage. Honestly, I didn't think it was a big deal. I'm a tall guy, 6'5" athletic build, so people are constantly making comments like, "You're the strong one, you can help with this," or asking me to open jars, lift heavy furniture, reach the top shelf, that kind of thing. A hand massage didn't seem like anything unusual. But the whole vibe shifted once I started helping her. She reacted in a way I wasn't prepared for. Lingering touches, soft little comments, the kind of body language that felt way more intimate than what friends normally do. It wasn't dramatic or over the top, but noticeable enough that afterward I found myself thinking, okay, what was that? Since then, things haven't gone back to normal. She'll randomly sit closer than she used to, or find reasons to touch me, like brushing something off my shoulder, fixing my hair, or leaning against me when we're watching something on the couch, even though she's never done that before. Sometimes she'll compliment my shoulders or my height out of nowhere, saying things like, "It must be nice being that strong," in a tone that feels different. And then the kicker. I eventually learned that she's in a relationship. Not just casually dating, an actual established relationship. But the pattern I've noticed is that she only gets physically or emotionally close when things with her partner are rocky. If they're fighting, suddenly she wants to hang out in my room, asks me to help her with the little things she's never needed help with before, or gets unusually affectionate. But when everything is good between them, she keeps her distance and goes back to just being a normal roommate. Now I'm feeling stuck. I value the friendship, I like living in a peaceful house, and I really don't want to be dragged into someone else's relationship problems. I don't want to accidentally become the other guy or the emotional crutch she turns to when her boyfriend upsets her. So I'm wondering, has anyone dealt with a situation like this, where a roommate or friend starts blurring lines because things aren't stable in their love life? How did you set boundaries without making the living situation tense or awkward? Is this something you can talk about directly, or is it better to slowly pull back and create distance? I'm trying to figure out how to handle this before it gets messier.
Whoa, okay.
Wait, I like kind of have an initial reaction.
What is it?
My initial reaction is just like not to bring it up because
Really?
but only because like she's never like said anything. Like just because she's, I mean, it seems like a little sketch. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I think
yeah.
that she might be. I don't know if it's like playing a game because it happens when like she has issues with her boyfriend. But if you're like, I don't want anything to happen, then you are in full control of I don't want anything to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So like unless she was like, hey, by the way, I kind of have feelings for you. You are very capable of not letting anything happen. So just
Agreed. I
don't let it
agree.
happen.
I agree. I think he is getting to a point where he feels like he needs to say something. Personally, if I was him and this girl was like all up in my grill, I would probably be like, "Hey, I noticed that when things are going on in your relationship that you're extra, I don't even know what the word is here, like extra
Cozy.
kind of, yeah, that's a good one. Extra cozy with me. Like, I don't think that's a pattern at this point. It depends how long it's been going on for, but I know some people that do that. I know some girls that are like, oh, it's bad here. Like, I'm going to go somewhere else to make myself like feel better.
Right, but like, oh my gosh, I don't think if it were me, I don't think I would even bring it up because she could take a lot of offense to that, and that could be the thing.
I should
that
be
makes
thinking
a
as like
roommate.
from a girl's POV because I'm literally not a 6'5" athletic
Like,
male.
if
But like,
a guy told me like, hey, I would be like, what? Like, she's gonna deny it.
yeah, she'd
most
be like,
likely.
what are you talking? And like,
so then she'd be offended. And then
imagine
would be a
that
whole
she
issue.
literally just doesn't even feel that way about him too, and it's
Yes,
like he's
yeah.
read into it.
That's why I would say I would not say anything until there is something to bring up. Like if she tries to kiss you, he's a 6'5" man. I'm sorry, you can push her away, not physically, but like if she's leaning in, you can put a hand to the forehead and be like, ah,
truly,
wait, you know.
I was all for this as well until I heard that she was in a relationship. I'm like, oh, this is a fun little trope. And then I heard that this girl's like dating someone. So yeah, I mean, I agree. I would wait till something happens because that's very presumptuous as well. I mean, the only thing that's making me feel weird is that she's only doing it when she's beefing with her man. Like, that's the only thing that makes me feel a little bit weird.
Hey, but some girls look for validation in men. So if one guy's not
men.
going to give it to her, then she'll look for it in the next.
Let's cancel male validation in conclusion.
Yeah, for me, it's a really simple answer.
Yeah.
My advice would be, don't say anything because you don't want to assume wrong. You don't want to offend her.
Yeah.
That can be the thing that like makes it actually like blow up. Like I would just like keep your distance if you can. Like if she starts leaning on you during a movie, get up, go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
and then like sit somewhere else.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like
go
do things like you don't really need it seems like you would be more than capable of being like, I'm just gonna like walk away or like get up and go in my room or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would just like avoid it until there's a reason to like bring something up.
Yeah, that's a safe route for sure, especially because he says he likes living comfortably. So like, why start it?
Yeah, start.
She's the one that sounds like I love girl, but like she's the one that sounds like she's getting a little frisky.
Yeah, she's chill.
Yeah. All right.
That's my advice.
Yeah, good
Agree?
advice. I agree.
Okay.
Good luck to you, brother.
Yeah, girls can be crazy. So.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on today. I loved having you. That was fun.
This was so fun. I love all the topics.
Stories.
Yeah, it was really good. I liked it.
Yeah, we'll have to get you back again soon.
I'll be back.
All right, good.
Maybe less angry. We'll see.
Yeah, depending on the day.
Yeah.
Guys, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. There will be a link in the description below to submit stories. And you can find all of Audrey's information in the description below as well. And remember, we are not licensed, but we are opinionated.
Very.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.